In the quiet suburb of Willow Creek, nestled among rows of neatly trimmed lawns and charming homes, there stood a house that seemed ordinary at first glance. Its white picket fence and cheerful exterior belied the darkness that lurked within its depths, a basement. The house belonged to the Smith family, a seemingly normal family of four. There was Mark, the father, a stern man with a penchant for order; Sarah, the mother, who radiated warmth and kindness; and their two children, Emily and Jacob, who were as different as night and day. Emily was the quiet, bookish type, while Jacob was adventurous and always up for a challenge. From the moment they moved into the house, strange things began to happen. It started with subtle noises, a creaking floorboard here, a whispering wind there. Sarah brushed it off as the house settling, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching them from the shadows. One evening, as Sarah tucked Emily into bed, she noticed her daughter's fearful expression. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" she asked, concern losing her voice. Emily hesitated before whispering, "There's something in the basement, Mommy. I can feel it." Sarah smiled reassuringly, chalking it up to an overactive imagination. "There's nothing to be afraid of, darling. It's just an old house." But Emily couldn't shake the feeling of dread that gnawed at her insides. That night, she lay awake, listening to the faint sounds emanating from the depths below. The next day, Jacob proposed a dare to his sister. "Let's explore the basement," he said, a mischievous glint in his eyes. Emily's stomach churned with apprehension, but she couldn't back down from a challenge. Reluctantly, she followed her brother down the creaky stairs into the darkness below. The basement was cold and musty, with cobwebs clinging to the ceiling like ghostly tendrils. Emily shivered, her breath misting in the air. Jacob, undeterred, forged ahead, his footsteps echoing in the empty space. As they ventured deeper into the basement, they stumbled upon an old wooden door, its surface marred by age and neglect. Jacob grinned triumphantly and pushed it open, revealing a hidden room bathed in eerie moonlight. The room was barren except for a single object, a dusty old mirror propped against the wall. Emily's heart raced as she approached it, her reflection wavering in the dim light. But as she looked into the mirror, she saw something that chilled her to the bone. It wasn't her own reflection staring back at her, it was a twisted, grotesque version of herself, with hollow eyes and a malevolent grin. With a cry of terror, Emily stumbled backward, her hand reaching out to grab Jacob's arm. But he was frozen in place, his eyes glazed over as if in a trance. Suddenly, the room seemed to pulse with energy, the air crackling with electricity. Emily could feel a dark presence closing in around them, suffocating her with its malice. Desperate to escape, she grabbed Jacob's hand and fled from the room, the sound of their footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. But no matter how fast they ran, it felt like the darkness was gaining on them, its icy fingers reaching out to drag them down into its depths. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, they burst through the basement door and into the safety of the light. Gasping for breath, Emily collapsed onto the floor, her heart pounding in her chest. From that day on, the basement remained locked and untouched, a forbidden place haunted by the memory of what lurked within its depths. And though the Smith family tried to forget the horrors they had witnessed, they could never shake the feeling that something sinister still lingered in the shadows, waiting to claim its next victim.